Hey, good morning, my fellow fantasy football freaks. Welcome to your Tinker Stinker Power Hour. Here we go. We're gonna get things started here in just a second. I'm gonna make a couple of adjustments here with the. Actually, the camera looks pretty good. That's actually a pretty good setup. I got my mini desk here, so to speak. I'm gonna move in a little bit closer though. Welcome everyone that's coming in. Good morning. Hopefully we'll get some more people here soon. Anyway, how's everyone doing this morning? Hope you're doing well. If you have any questions, comments, or whatever, go ahead and just put them down there in the chat. I will get to them as soon as I can. Got some information here to go over. Some different notes. We're going to talk about injuries, of course, and other various notes and this and that. I've got some streaming defenses, streaming kickers. I've got some deep dive sleepers, as well as some double danger deep dives, real deep, under 10% owned. In fact, I've got one guy here I'm going to talk about who is 0% owned. I mean, he's probably not 0% owned. There's probably a couple people that might have him. So he's 0.01% or something like that. But anyway, I'm going to get to him later on. All right. So we're going to start off the way we always start off with on our shows here. We're going to start off with the morning pour. We're going to take the first hit of the day. Then we're going to move on, all right? So good morning, everyone coming in. Nice to see you. Wish I could see you. Nice for you to see me, whatever. One note here. I'm going to start getting some more production in on these live shows. I know it's you got this green background. But this is my green screen that I use for my show. It's really it's a pain in the ass to take it down. We're actually trying to buy a house. Once I get that, I'll have a studio. I'm going to paint it green. It's going to be, it's going to be awesome. It's off the hook. This is what I'm building my new set. Yeah. It's called Getting a New House. Anyway. So welcome everyone. And, we're going to get started here in just a sec. Like I said, I've got all kinds of notes going on here. There's lots of updates coming in. I'm going to give you guys updates as they come in. In fact, let's see, I got one right here. Hopkins is going to play through that injury. So there you go right now. Breaking news. Hopkins is in. He's going to play through the injury. He's going to be a little bit hurt. And I don't think that's going to make him I don't think it's going to make him like a decoy. I think he's still going to be Nuke, but maybe a little less nukey, so to speak. I think that Kirk's going to get some more work. Green probably a little bit more. Rondale Moore, that guy, yeah, killing it last week. He's the rookie everyone's been talking about for them, and I think that he's going to continue this week. I think that Hopkins is, a little bit banged up. He's going to play. Anyway, so that's right off the bat, injury report update. So let me see. I'm getting all kinds of shit here. Give me a second. Sorry about that. Carson Wentz is now considered active. I had him as questionable here. Move him up to active. We'll talk about that in a second. Let's see what else we got. Bring it. All right, that's what I got here for now. All right. So, before we get everything else going, good morning, everybody. And we're going to start off with the morning pour. For right now, speaking of pour, I don't got a lot of money. After Bob passed, it's I'm just been working on this show, trying to get this going. So thank you for those who have supported me. Check out my Patreon. If you want one-on-one information or one-on-one counseling, things like that. Anyway, so let's get started here with the morning pour. Of course, I got the PBR. I'll get better beer when I get a little bit more money coming in. Help me out. You want to see me have better beer? Hit me up on Patreon. $5 a month, and you get me one-on-one every week. Hey, can't beat that with a stick. So here we go. Good morning, everybody. The morning pour. There it is. All right. Of the cheap beers, though, PBR is the best. Definitely, I think. What's your favorite cheap beer? Tell me there in the comments. Let me know what your favorite cheap beer is. Some people like Coors Light. Some people like Bud. I don't like Bud. It tastes like piss water to me. But anyway, Coors Light too. I'm not a fan. PBR is where I go for cheap beer. Expensive beer, I like Einger from German. It's like a German import. Einger, yeah, Dunkelweizen, the dark wheat. Oh, good shit. Anyway, hey Matt, what's up? A big shout out to my super freaks. I got Matt, Gods Amongst Men. Dude, check out look up Gods Amongst Men, like in like music or something. Like, if you like metal, these guys rock, dude. These guys rock. They should be taken off. They're not. It's like me. It's like we've got the talent. We just don't have the exposure yet. So anyway, check them out. Also, Richard, if you're there, Richard, hey, thank you so much to all my Patreons. Richard, if you've got something you want me to fucking talk about too, let me know. I'm gonna give you both another shout out on Monday's show. Love it. Thank you very much, super freaks. We got the morning pour going. Hey, cheers to y'all. All right. Good morning. Let's get ready to kill it this week. All right. We're gonna kill it in week 3. Some of you are 0-2, and you need a little bit of help. All right. I know how that goes. All right. I've been there. Dude, 1 year I started off 0-4. I shit you not. I started off 0-4. Came back and lost only 1 game rest of the season. So it can be done. Don't you worry about it. You can come back. All right. Fantasy football is a funny game like that, and I'll help you. I had a guy last year, he might actually be on here, who started off 0-4. And then he found me. And he's like, dude, I need your help. I need your help. And I was like, all right, let's do this. Dude didn't lose another game rest of the season and won his championship. All right? Stick with the TyRant. You get the belt or the trophy or whatever the fuck you got. Anyway, if you've got any questions or anything, put them down there in the comments. I'll get to them as soon as I can. But we're going to start off actually real quick. I'm going to do the opening hit. Let's see. We got the pour going, got the first drink. Now let's take the first hit of the day. Blue City Diesel. This is the shit. If for those bud smokers, the Blue City Diesel is by far the best, in my opinion. It's got the terpenes. It just like it takes care of everything. I mean, that's what can I say. So, first hit of the day. Here we go. All right. So, there you go. So, with all that shit out of the way, let's see what we got here. Cass. What's up, Cass? What's up, everyone? So, let's get started. Injury report. Like I just said, Hopkins, he's in. He's going to be playing. He's going to be a little bit hobbled, all right? But he's going to play. Let's see. Let me check everything else here. I had written that down. I know I did. Yeah. Oh, another thing. Galladay. Galladay just got moved up to active. All right. So Hopkins and Galladay are active. I'm starting Hopkins. Galladay, I'm worried about. I like Sterling Shepard a lot more in this offense. I like him a lot more in this game. Just being honest with you. I do like pretty much most Giants this week against the Dirty Birds, but Galladay, I don't know. He'll be okay. I think he'll be okay. I think he'll get you like double digit, like maybe 10, 11 fantasy points. But I just don't think that he's going to be in PPR, of course. I just don't think that he's going to be the man there. So, yeah. All right, let's move on. Tua, of course, is out. We know that. So what you're going to do there is you're still going to start Waddle, but you're going to be nervous about it. You're not starting Gesicki. All right, not starting Gesicki. I don't like that. He could do okay, but if you have other options, go with them. Like for instance, if you're trying to decide between like Gesicki and say like if you have Evan Ingram, there you go. Go pick up Evan Ingram. I'd start him over Gesicki. So anyway, Jacobs is out. Everyone's like, let's fire up Drake. What's wrong with you guys? Did you forget what happened last week? No. Fuck Drake. It's all about Peyton Barber. Start him up again. I think that's going to be a grinded out game, like real defensive. The quarterback works. Yeah, Brissett's not going to go all out. All right, they're going to try to keep it conservative on the ground. I like Gaskin this week, like Myles Gaskin in that matchup. So anyway, Dalton, of course, he's out. We got Justin Fields in, and I think Justin Fields. It could have a surprising day. I'm going to get a little more into that later on. What else we got here? Cook's out with that ankle, man. So go get Madison if he's available. Go get him. If you already have him, start him up. If you have questions, put those in the comments, and I will answer your questions about Madison versus your other running backs. Got a question here from Tracy. Thanks, Tracy. Galladay or OBJ? I'm gonna go OBJ this week because the Browns, Baker's got to have someone to throw to, right? I said it earlier in the week on my show, Mixed Notes. If you haven't seen Mixed Notes, go check it out. Every Tuesday, 6:30 p.m. Pacific, 9:30 a.m. Or 6:30 p.m. Pacific, 9:30 p.m. Eastern. It's a new live show that I'm doing. Anyway, check that out if you haven't. But like I was saying there, Baker, he's got to throw to someone. And I think Beckham's the guy, of course, and everyone's been talking about who's going to be Schwartz. No, come on. Odell Beckham Jr. is a football player. He was a former Pro Bowler. When he's not injured, he can play. He's coming back. He might be still, nursing the knee and things like that. But you know what? He's going to be fine. I think that they need him. He's going to be out there. I like Hooper as well. Hooper is another guy in that offense. Anyway, let's move on. Higgins, for you guys who T. Higgins, he's out. He's out. All right. He's got that shoulder issue. So I'm seeing a lot of Jamar Chase, and Tyler Boyd's going to come back and get a little bit of action himself. Love me some Tyler Boyd. So OBJ over Galladay, I think, this week. To answer your question. Thanks, Tracy. Coleman's sick for whatever. It's not COVID, but it's something. So he's going to be out. Carter could be okay. I think that he's someone that you're going to want to keep around. I don't know if I'm going to start him this week, though. I just think, I don't know. I don't like that. I don't like Carter. Well, honestly, I'm going to be honest. I'm not a huge fan of the Jets in general this year, or any year really. I mean, let's be honest. It's like a pit there. I think Carter will eventually be good. I think Elijah Moore is eventually going to be good, serviceable. Corey Davis, he's been okay. I just don't see much from him this week. I just think Denver's defense, that was one of the defense I was saying. When you're drafting, go get Denver because the first few weeks are going to be dynamite. They've got some great matchups. Denver's got the Jets. All right, the Jets suck. Let's just put it that way. They suck. They've always sucked. Sorry if there's any Jets fans out there, but you know as well as I do. You probably know better than I do how much they suck. But anyway, sorry. It's just not happening. Carter might eventually be a good running back, though, but not starting him in this game. Henderson's out. That was a scratch, I think, late last night or early this morning. Henderson's out. Start up Sony Michel. I'm not a fan of that matchup either, though. So, if you have other better options, start them over Michel. I like Sony Michel. A lot of people are down on Sony Michel. He was on the Patriots. He lost favor with Belichick for whatever reason, but he's actually a talented back. But in this game against that impenetrable Tampa Bay defense, no thanks. No, thank you. I think this is going to be much more of a Stafford game. I think Stafford is going to go off with Cooper Kupp, but I think Woods gets some this week. Woods finally gets some love. He's got to be in his ear like, dude, what are you doing, man? I know that you and Kupp have a little thing going on, but come on, let me in on this shit too. And I think Woods gets some himself. Yeah. Cook is definitely out. Yeah, I know it's still showing as questionable. But I was just reading some stuff about this. I was just reading it, and he's going to be out. Unless they went back on it. That's just weird. I mean, I guess they could do that, but there's like a lot of things. Like Higgins is out and he's still doubtful. Cook is out and he's still doubtful. I'm getting some updates here. Let me look at those real quick. Give me just a second. Yeah, Odell Beckham's in, right? We know that. Of course, Saquon's going to be good. Of course, we knew that was happening. Mooney's healthy. Swift is healthy. There you go. Higgins is now officially out. Brown, there you go. Marquise Brown, Hollywood Brown. He's officially in. Lamar Jackson's officially in. All right. So don't worry about those guys. They're going to be fine this week. So I got an officially active list. Yeah. Hopkins, Lamar Jackson, Hollywood Brown, Carson Wentz, Kenny Golladay, Evan Ingram, Joey Bosa. So that's going to affect Kansas City, I guess. And Kenny Stills, for those of you who still want some of that Texans. I don't know why you would. Other than Cooks. I like Cooks. I like Brandon Cooks. Anyway, so let me take a look. Everything else here is as is. I'm going to double check Cook because, I looked at it this morning and I got a huge notice. Cook is out. Cook is out. I will double check that right now, but I'm pretty sure he's out. So fire up Madison. What do we got? Bradley, what's up, my friend? Antonio Gibson, Tyson Williams, CEH. Madison to start too. What are my thoughts? I love Williams. Williams has a good matchup this week. I think that the Ravens are going to be running a lot. I feel like Williams, he's gotten love more and more each. But he's been getting a lot of love. Like the first week he got a lot. Second week he got more attempts but didn't get the touchdown. It was still a solid game overall. Low end RB2 numbers versus high end RB2 numbers. The first week I think he's like a mid to high RB2. I think this week he's going to be more on the high side against the purring pussycat or the purring kittens of Detroit. I think they're good. I mean, fuck. Detroit made Eli Mitchell look good enough for some of us to spend all our fab. Well, a lot of our fab. So I heard this one guy that I spent 100% of my fab on Eli. No, dude, that's a mistake. But I mean, I thought at least he would be worth like 25% of it. But damn, I guess not. Sermon's going to be the guy there for the 49ers. If anyone has any questions about that, it's going to be Sermon. Shanahan's aside, I like Sermon this week. Anyway, so Tyson Williams, I think against Detroit, they're going to be running a lot more. I think it's going to be him and Lamar. I think you're going to see a lot of good running from Lamar in this game. So I like Tyson Williams. And then you got to go Madison because Cook is out. So I like Madison on that way. For some reason, that changes. I'm telling you, I got notices this morning saying Cook is out. And I'm going to try to confirm that for you. Let's see. Final report. That's done. Graded out. Well, that's 20 hours ago. That's not updated enough. Give me a second here. Trying to Alvin Cook. I'm trying to get the final word on it here. But I'm telling you, he's still questionable, and it's unlikely that he plays. But I did get something that said that he would be out. And I'm seeing other reports saying that even if he did play, he'd be very limited. I'm saying they may as well keep him out. I mean, Madison he's not a 1-for-1 of Cook like some people like to think, which I think is insane. But he's definitely serviceable enough to where you don't want to risk Cook. So Vikings, I heard Cook is out from some reliable sources. It hasn't been confirmed on like Sleeper or Yahoo, but I'm seeing that's going to be confirmed here the next few minutes or so. Just look out for it. If for some reason that changes, I'll let you know. But I'm 99.9% sure Cook is out. So get Madison and fire him up. All right. Thanks for the question there, Bradley. Chris, good to see you. Bench one of these guys, Edmonds, Javonte Williams, or Madison. With Madison starting, I got to put him in there. And so I guess I'm sitting Javonte Williams. I do think Javonte Williams is going to get more work this week. I think that he's going to actually get more touches than Gordon. I think they know what they have. They know what they drafted. And they're going to, take a little bit more of that rap off him and let him go. I think that Melvin Gordon has, that first game, he's like, yeah, look, I'm still good. And in the second game, he's like, whatever. And so they're like, all right, we see what's going on here. Javonte, get your ass out there. And that's what's going to happen in this game. But with Cook out, I got to go with Madison. He's not going to be sharing any time with anyone. And Edmonds, I love Chase Edmonds this week. Cliff Kingsbury's on my shit list because he keeps going to Connor. And last year he was going to Drake, even though Edmonds was killing them both in yards per carry, pretty much every metric that you can think of for running back. He's killing them all on. I don't know what the fuck's wrong with Cliff Kingsbury, honestly. He's not going to lose a job because goddamn Kyler Murray's fucking killing it so much for that team. He's going to save Cliff Kingsbury's job. But Cliff, come on, buddy. Get Chase going. I think he does this week. I think I mentioned it earlier in the week. I think that he's going to force Cliff Kingsbury's hand just by playing well enough to where Cliff's going to, all right, fine. Keep going, Chase. Chase Edmonds, love him this week. Great matchup. I think that he wants to prove himself. And I think he does it this week. And he's been fine. I said he was a start last week. He did all right. This week, he's going to do even better. I love him. Thanks for the question there. Cash, Cephus, Osborne, or Singletary. Give me Osborne. Give me lots of Osborne. He's been getting a pretty good target share. There's a lot of throw. Cousins is basically throwing to three guys and three guys only. All right. Of course, it's Justin Jefferson, Adam Thielen, and KJ Osborne. When Irv Smith went down with injury, a lot of people are like, oh, look, get Tyler Conklin. Or other Chris Herndon's coming in. Let's fire up. I'm like, no. No, they're going to go three wide, and it's going to be KJ Osborne. Stood before the season even started. All right? I love this kid. I continue to love this kid. Fire him up this week. Thanks for the question there, Cass. Thoughts on Robert Woods? Thanks, Matt. I think he's been held back a little bit, but I have a feeling Woods has been in Stafford's ear. Come on, man. I know you love Cup, but give me a little love too. So I like Woods this week. It's a great matchup for all in the air. I think that on the ground, you don't want to start Michelle. I think he's going to get stopped. I think it's going to be an air game between Stafford and TB12. And Matt Stafford can hold his own. So I think he's going to be throwing a lot to Woods. He's going to be throwing a lot to Cup. Might get Higbee in there. Fuck, you might see a little Van Jefferson in this game. There you go. He's got a sleeper potential. I'll talk about him a little bit later. So anyway, move along here. You're welcome, Matt. So let's move along to what else we got? Oh, yeah. So like I said, Henderson's out. Michelle's in. Mitchell is out with the shoulder injury. It was called a stinger earlier in the week, but a stinger is only going to last you a few hours or maybe a day or so at the very most, because it's much like a pinched nerve. When you had, you're trying to you're going to bed at night and you're trying to watch another episode of that show that you're binging, right? But then you fall asleep and you fucking wake up and your neck's all kinked because it's the same kind of thing. Except in this case, it's worse. There's a little separation there, and it's a little bit worse than a stinger. He might be back next week, but this week he's out. Of course, Jermichael Hasty's out, so we're going with Sermon. He's gonna rule this week. Shanahan's aside, I love Sermon. All right, Sermon, and I got another guy who could be good for that team too, because one running back could go down, and the other guy's a star, and even if not, they like to use back and forth, go with running backs back and forth. So I got another guy I'm going to name later on. Stick around for that. Of course, as we know, Antonio Brown's out on the COVID protocol. I don't even know if he has COVID or not, if he's just like tested or like was with some. I don't know. I'm not sure the full details on that. They're handling that all like with kid gloves right now and not really telling us exactly what's going on until it's like a couple of, oh yeah, that's right, he had COVID, but he's fine. Like that's kind of what we're seeing. So anyway, and that leads to a sleeper later on. I'll talk to you about that too. Darrell Williams, not a lot of you have. He's going to be out. And Ferkser, not a lot of you are using him, but he's going to be out. So anyway, active, like I said before, Lamar Jackson, Odell, Fuller's in, Ingram's in, Wentz is going to play. Which means this, all right? For those of you who have Pittman, bench him. For those of you who have Pascal, if you're struggling to find a good flex, put Pascal in there. That's my advice to you. I love Pittman. Carson Wentz, for some reason, doesn't. Eason loves Pittman. I kind of wish Wentz would just go because Easton and Pittman, that's a beautiful, beautiful match made in heaven between those two. Love them. I from what I've seen from Easton, I kind of like him better than Wentz. What can I say? Carson's cavalcade of crap has never sold me at all. A lot of people are like, he'll have a good week and like, oh, should I start him? No, never start Carson Wentz. Oh, but you said not to start him, and he put up 35, point. Yeah, he's gonna do that once in a while. But then you go and start him, right? And he puts up a fucking dud. That's how he is. He's so unpredictable. He's so erratic and volatile. Like he's worse than Goff, and that's saying a lot. All right. Anyway, so let's move along here. I think that's pretty much it for the injury report. Oh, yeah, Mooney's going to play. He's good. Galladay's going to play. He's good. Hollywood's going to play. Swift is playing. I'm not really worried about many of these guys. I think if I'm worried about anyone, it's Galladay. Not necessarily because of the hip so much as his usage. His usage isn't what – that's the thing is Kenny Galladay, everyone like, oh, Kenny Galladay is going to be a star. We've yet to see it. We thought maybe with the Lions it was just because the Lions suck. But – I'm not seeing it with the Giants. Maybe he's just unlucky on these teams. But Sterling Shepard's looked better than he has. Marvin Jones looked better than he did when he was on the Lions. So I just think Galladay is kind of a dud. Sorry. All right. Let's move on. The Bears D is banged up as well. A lot of their defense is banged up. So get Chubb out there. I mean, of course, you're going to have Chubb out there, but get Hunt out there too. All right? They're going to run all over him. All right. So we got the only weather to speak about, moving on to weather. The only weather to speak about is in Buffalo, of course. No snow, but we got winds, wind gusts of 16 to 20 miles per hour. I don't think it's going to be a lot to like fuck up Heineke or Allen or any of the pass catchers. I'm not really going to factor too much in here. Maybe it fucks with the kickers. I don't think so. I think that this is like a stretch here, giving you a weather report. There's one game at 16 to 20 mile hours. In other words, everything's good. All right? Don't worry about the weather this week, folks. All right, so that's that. Let's take a look here at another question. Mike, thanks a lot. Mike Davis, Sterling Shepard, or Dallas Goedert at the flex? 1.25 per carry. Oh, there's a per carry thing. Oh, that's interesting. I never played that before. That's interesting. I know PPR. Like when I first started playing, PPR wasn't a thing, and then it started becoming a thing. We're all, you get a point for a reception. What the fuck? And now it's like that's the fucking way. And so now it's like the same thing with like per carry points. Like really, you're getting 0.25 points per carry? Oh, Jesus Christ. In like a couple years, it's going to be the way, right? So let's see here. Mike Davis, that does make Mike Davis worth a little bit more. But with Patterson cutting into that, I don't know. I like Sterling Shepard this week. I really do. It is a 1-point PPR, so Shepard's still going to get a lot of work. I say go Shepard. That's just against the Atlanta Falcons, against the dirty birds, the dirt pigeons of Atlanta. Yeah. I'm going to go with Sterling Shepard on that one. Thanks for the question there, Mike. Another Mike, Mr. Martinez. Hey, renew your Patreon, sir. And I'll get you some one-on-one information there. All right, Mr. Martinez, you need a QB. Lawrence, Wentz, Tannehill, Bridgewater, Jones, go with Danny Dimes. I know. I said he's the Blake Bortles, the new Blake Bortles. You know, he sucks. I said he sucks a bag of dicks. It's very true. Very true. But he can run. He's got a little bit of the running thing going. I wouldn't say that he's like Lamar Jackson or Jalen Hurts or nothing, but he's going to get you some ground game points. Plus that matchup, against the Dirty Birdies, you can't sit him. He's been on fire. I got to admit, he's going to suck ass, but garbage time's going to come. He's going to somehow fucking pay. It's just like Blake Bortles. He's going to Bortle his way into a good fantasy day. So start Jones. I know I changed my mind halfway through the week because I'm like, you just can't ignore the matchup and everything involved. Watch, because I said to start him, he's going to fucking shit the bed. Just watch. I hope not. Start Jones. I think he's going to be fine. Thanks for the question. Cass, another question here. Brady or Jones? Brady. Don't fuck with that. Go with Tom Brady. I know that he's facing Jalen Ramsey. I get it. But look, this is how I think about these things with studs, all right? Are you going to feel more disappointed if you sit Brady and he fucking goes off and Jones shits the bed? Or are you going to be more disappointed if you sit Jones and start Brady and Jones has a good day and Brady's there, whatever, right? Like, you're going to feel dumb if you sit Brady and he has a good day. You're going to feel like, all right, well, that was you're going to feel kind of if you sit Jones and he has a good day and Brady doesn't, all right? You're going to feel stupider sitting Brady. So don't sit Brady. This is that simple. Start him up. Thanks for the question. Yeah, so let's move on to defenses and kickers. If you have any other questions, injury questions, starts, put them in the comments down there. I thank you all for showing up this morning. We have a few more people this morning than we had last week. I'm going to take a drink here. My throat's starting to get dry. Anyway. And a hit, too. Here's for y'all, all right? Fire in the hole, 420. Hey, friends, Blue City Diesel. If you've never tried it, it's good shit. Comes from a place. I live in Oregon. So, like, I was, like, raised in Jersey until high school. And then we came over here to Oregon. And I love it here. It's good. Hey, good weed. What can I say? Stone Age, if you're in the Pacific Northwest and you ever come to Portland, Stone Age, that's a great dispensary. I love them. They got the Blue City Diesel. It's my favorite strain. Anyway, here's for y'all. Another question here from Mr. Martinez. Davis, McKissick, Williams, Michelle, Gainwell, PPR. Ooh, start one of them? Davis. The matchup's good. I know he isn't getting a lot of work. And I know that Patterson's taken some from him. But I think that Matt Ryan's going to have to throw. But I think they're going to have to open up the throw by running a little bit. And I think Mike Davis is going to get him some there. So I like to go Davis on that one for sure. For sure. Thank you. I assume that you were talking about Mike Davis. I guess it could have been Corey Davis, but no. I mean, you got all running backs there. But anyway, thank you. I like Mike Davis there. Hells yeah, PDX. What's up, Mike? You live in are you in the area? Serious? Like, let me know. Let's see. Andrew, welcome. Who to start? One wide receiver and one flex. Tyson Williams, Sutton, and Robert Woods. All right, Williams. Let's put him in the flex because I really think he and Lamar are gonna be running all fucking day. And I think that the purr and kittens of Detroit are not going to be able to contend with them. I think they're going to be running all day. So yeah, put him in there. Between Sutton and Woods, I think you're looking at like 15 points per. I mean, both of them. I think you're looking at 15 points thereabouts for Sutton. I think you're looking at about 15 points thereabouts for Woods. If I was to go with one or the other, I'm going to go Woods. And the reason why is twofold. One, I think that Stafford is going to need to air it out in a quarterback duel with TB12. All right. I think that him and Brady are going to be trying to show each other up. So I like Woods for that factor. It's a good matchup, everything else. But the other side of that, the other side of the coin there, Sutton showed that he's back last week, and that's great. That's good for you. You're going to start him most weeks. I think this week they get it done with the run against the Jets. I think that's going to be Gordon, and it's going to be even more of Javonte Williams. I think that those are the two that you're going to be looking at for getting points for the Broncos. I think Fant could do a little bit, and yeah, I do think Sutton, but I lean a little bit more toward Woods this week. All right, good question. Cass, what do we got here? San Francisco or Baltimore? San Francisco or Buff. So you must have two different leagues you're asking about. I'm not going to start San Francisco against Aaron Rodgers. I'm not going to start any team against Aaron Rodgers. Just not going to happen. That first week, yeah, he sucked, but he's not going to suck another week. This way, he might have like one other bad game. I don't think it's going to be against this one. It's a huge risk. I love San Francisco at home. It's too risky for me. Too risky. I love the Niners. I'm a huge fan, but it's too risky for me. All right. So I like Baltimore a little bit more in that game against Detroit. Honestly, what do we got? San Francisco or Buffalo? Buffalo. Go Buffalo. Go Bills. Bills are a great defense. Tre'Davious White is going to be all up in Scary Terry shit all fucking day. So that's why I had Scary Terry as a possible bench this week. Now, obviously, depends on your roster setup. If you got to start Terry, start him. He could be all right. But if you have the other options there, then yeah, I'm putting Terry on my bench. Anyway, benches and bumps. Go check that out if you haven't. Before, we've got an hour, a little bit less than an hour before game start. So go check out benches and bumps. Anyway, I got to move on to defenses. I'm going to come back to the questions here in just a second. All right. So my streaming defenses I like this week at 51% owned. So, probably like 50-50 depending on your platform. I'm talking about Yahoo here, 51% in Yahoo. The Saints defense against the Pats. Mac Jones ain't done shit yet. I think he's going to be great. But I think that the Saints D is so underrated. Everyone's asking about him each week. Yeah, fire their asses up. Let's go. Jesus. Go with the Saints. But on the other end of the coin, the Patriots are good too. I think that New England, that's what they are this year. It's just defense because their offense ain't shit. But I think at home against New Orleans, I think this is going to be a defensive game. I really do. I think that it's going to be hard to run on both sides. I think Kamara's going to get his. I know it's been rough as a Kamara owner. I'm a Kamara owner too. It's been rough, but I think he gets his this week. But that's it. I'm not really starting any other Saints. I'm not really starting any other Patriots. But I'm starting both their defenses. Some other streamers at defense I like. I like the Cards D. They're just under 50% owned. They're so incredibly underrated because you think, well, they're scoring a lot. People are going to need to score against them, but they're getting shit done on defense. They've been improving a lot. I mean, I know they gave away Patrick Peterson, so they can be had in the air, but on the ground, on that ground defense, dude, their running defense is fucking legit for sure. And against the Pussycats of Duval, yeah, Another bad day for J-Rob. Although people have been asking me about like, oh, J-Rob, how's it going? Yeah, I have him as a bench, but then people are asking like, oh, should I start J-Rob or Pollard? Or, it's like, all right, that might be a little bit close. I do kind of like Pollard. But I'm still starting J-Rob there. I just feel like they're gonna force feed him to get that offense kicking, But I don't think it's gonna be like a huge game for him. I think he's gonna do a little bit better. I think he might actually break double-digit fantasy points, but it's gonna be like 10 to 12 points. That's what I'm thinking for J-Rob this week. Thank you all for your questions. I'm gonna get to them in just a minute here. And then I got one more defense I'm streaming this week, the Raiders. All right. I like the Raiders against the Dolphins. I think that, with Brissett starting, they're going to be vulnerable. And the Dolphins don't play a lot of offense anyway. They're very defensive, grind it out. Like I said, Gaskin could have a good game. Waddle, maybe. Fuller's coming back, and everyone's like, let's fire up Fuller. No. Don't. Fuller's a downfield guy. I don't see Brissett throwing to him a lot. Gesicki, I'm not about. But he could actually end up being the best pass catcher here, just because Brissett is gonna, throw shallow, and he could be getting a lot of over the middle shit, a lot of drag routes. I see that happening a lot, but I do see the Raiders' defense that pass rush they're not so good against the run, and that's why I like Gaskin. But that pass rush with Max Crosby there, like I said, 2 X's. Hey, it means something. And my brother was like, yeah, it means 2 kisses. You're cute, Cole. Thank you. Happy birthday to you, bro. Anyway, 2 X's. Max Crosby. I got another guy with 2 X's coming up later. Stay tuned for that. So, yeah, I like the Raiders D this week. So there you go. There's some streaming Ds. Saints, Pats, Cards, Raiders. There you go. 4 of them. Usually I just do 3. Doing a bonus there for you. You're welcome. All right. Let's move to kickers real quick, and then I'm going to answer a few questions, and then I'm moving on to my sleepers and deep dives. So, Prater, how the fuck is he only 10% owned? This is Matt fucking Prater. This guy's an institution for kickers. He was like the best player for the Lions after Megatron left. Well, okay, Stafford was pretty good, but best, most consistent player for the Lions was their kicker, Matt Prater. And now he's on the Cardinals, and they're scoring fucking constantly. So, yeah, put his ass out there. Love Matt Prater. How the fuck is he only 10% owned? That's insane. That is insane. Let's see. Hold on a second. Oh, I'll get to that in a minute. Okay, so Hopkins. I think that Hopkins for the football team, they're going to get some offense in against the Bills, but they're going to get stopped in the red zone. The Bills are a great red zone defense. And I think that's going to get Hopkins a lot of kicks in there. So they're not going to get as many touchdowns, but they're going to get some field goals. So Hopkins, a good start for this game. And then finally, I've got Graham Gano. Yeah, I know it's chasing fantasy points, right? But think about it. They got the Dirty Birds. They're going to be scoring a lot on them. And at some point, but the problem is that Danny Dimes, I don't trust enough to be throwing a lot of touchdowns. So he might overthrow, he might underthrow, he might try to run it in and fall on his ass. So, that means Gano's going to come out and have another good game. So I like Graham Gano. So there you go. Prater, Hopkins, Gano, 3 guys that are under 50% owned that you can go stream right now. Go get them. So there you go. There's your kickers and defenses. Hope you like that. I'm going to answer a couple questions here, and then I'm going to get to my deep dives, and we'll finish up. So, real quick, let me catch up on these. Let's see, what do we got here? We talked about this, but thoughts still flex. Hawkinson, Williams, Woods, flex PPR. I'm guessing that's Tyson Williams. Oh man, Tyson Williams or Hawkinson, huh? That's a good. Those are wow. Woods, Williams, Hawkinson, flex, PPR. Damn. Shit, you could go Hawkinson. Yeah, Go Hawkinson. Go Hawkinson. I had to start a tight end over a wide receiver and running back. Dude, Hawkinson is the shit this year. It's Hawkinson, it's Gronk, it's Kittle to a lesser extent, but he's gonna be, he'll be back. I think this week Kittle has a big week. I think him and Robert Tonyan, who are really good friends, if you didn't know, like we were calling Freiermuth baby Gronk. There's like the joke that Tonyan is like Kittle's little brother or something like that. But anyway, or like baby Kittle. But anyway, I think that those two are gonna be going off this week, show each other up. But anyway, but yeah, Hawkinson, he's on that list. Obviously Waller the Baller is on that list. So yeah, go with the Hawk. Good question, Matt. All right, Mike Sanders. Yeah, I mean, sure. I think that Allen is going to hook up with Diggs, of course, a lot. I think, they got to rebuild everything that's going on there. But Sanders could get in for some. Definitely. I think that Sanders is right now the number 2 target for Allen. So he could get him some. Over certain people, it depends. It depends on who you're trying to start him with, but I do like him. Let's see. Mike Martinez, what do you think about Evan Ingram with Jonnu Smith, Higbee, Cook? Yeah. Higbee's interesting. Higbee's definitely interesting. I like Higbee. I just haven't seen it. I thought that maybe Stafford would make him relevant, and he's been okay. He's been serviceable, as we say, for a tight end. But if you want some big numbers, you might go with Evan Ingram, because they've been like waiting for him to come back. And when Ingram's healthy, he can actually play. You could go with Higbee. Honestly, either way, Higbee or Ingram. I'm going to put it this way. If you're confident about your team, if you're confident about your matchup this week, stick with Higbee. But if you feel like you're going to need some like Hail Mary plays, like for instance, whatever, dude, no, yeah. If you feel like you've got a bad matchup and like you're getting your ass kicked and you need some miracles, yeah, I would definitely at that point go with Evan Ingram. I think Ingram's going to be good in DFS too. Keep that in mind. So there you go. Go with Higbee if you're confident in your win this week. Go with Evan Ingram if you need a home run. That's what I'm saying. Good question there, Mike. Thanks. CD or Bobby Trees. I like CeeDee Lamb, and I'll tell you why. Cooper is going to start, but he's banged up. He's going to be wearing a flak jacket, like he's some kind of like fucking like SWAT team guy who's going to come in. But I don't think I think he's going to be still limited in his ability to catch a little bit, and I think that's going to work out in CeeDee Lamb's favor. So go with CeeDee Lamb. The guy's a stud this year, absolutely. CeeDee Lamb, good question though. Mike P, defense, IDP is the way to go. I've tried defense. I've tried IDP. I get why some people like it, and if you get the right guys, yeah, it's cut. It's one of those ones where you seriously have to draft right, because it's really hard to pick guys up. Because when you pick guys up, it's seriously just like starting 5 or 6 kickers. It could happen or it could not happen. There's like a few guys that are solid that are going to get you points all the time. But other than that, it's just a crapshoot. That was my experience, at least. I think they need to figure out the scoring a little bit with IDP to make that a little bit more attractive to fantasy football managers to play. That's my opinion. That's just my opinion. Would I bench Scary Terry for Pittman or Ayuk? No. Not for Pittman, because Wentz is starting. If Eason was starting, yeah, I would. But with Pittman starting, I can't trust that. And then Ayuk, I actually have him as a sleeper this week because I think he's going to get a little bit more work. I think that Shanahan's going to work him back into the offense, but I don't trust it yet. And I think that Scary Terry is going to have a bad game. Well, maybe not a bad game. I think he has a bad matchup against Tre'Davious White, who's going to be shadowing him all day. But honestly, between the three of them, yeah, stick with Scary Terry. Don't get too cute with it. All right, good question. Thank you. What do we got up next here? Let's see, I already answered that one. Jeremy, nice to see you, sir. What do you think about Miles Sanders and DeAndre Swift? Oh, man, that's a good question. I like DeAndre Swift. Swift surprises people, not me. I've been banging the drum. Do I have my drum around here? I thought I did. Do I? No, it doesn't matter. Point is, I've been banging the drum for Swift. I just think he's really good and very underrated. Sanders, though, has a good matchup, really good matchup against the Dallas. So I just think that the problem that I see there is Gainwell. That's the only thing that's really getting in his way. I think that Sanders could have a good week. I think Gainwell's going to have a good week too. But if you got to go with one guy, go with Swift. That's what I got for you. Thanks a lot for the question there, Jeremy. Good one. All right. So let me, if you have more questions, put them down in there. I'm gonna get into my deep dives real quick before I go. If this goes over, it goes over. What the fuck? That's what we got to do. So anyway, get your questions down there. I'll answer them as soon as I can. You're welcome, Jeremy. All right, deep dives. This is less than 30% owned, okay? My running back deep dive of the week, this week, is Darrell Williams, the Chiefs. So here's the thing. Chargers suck against the run. CH sucks at running, apparently. So they're going to go with their solid guy, Williams. I really think that he's going to vulture a touchdown. I'm telling you, he's going to vulture a touchdown this week. Good DFS play, smart DFS play if you need, like, if you're just loading up at all the other positions. And if you're in a deep, deep league and you need like a flex start, like you got a lot of injuries or like, you know, you're in a 16 team or more league and you got like a lot of flex positions. Hey, Darrell Williams is a guy to look at. They trust him. They know him. They know this guy. They know what he can do. CEH, a little more volatile, a little more unpredictable. Although I'm starting to predict that he's a bust. So, in my opinion, he's predictable as a bust. But that's my opinion. So, anyway, Darrell Williams, deep dive this week. At wide receiver, there's a slew of them. KJ Osborne. You got Cephus. You got Pascal. You got Rager. You got Sanders. I like Pascal this week because Wentz is starting. All right. I like Rager a lot with the Jalen connection. Now, you see, Rager had a touchdown called back last week. It was a big one, too. That would have made his day way different, and we'd have a far different conversation if that went through. I think that's a sneaky one, too. If I'm going to choose one, I'm going to go with Osborne. I think versus Seattle, that's the way to go. I think Seattle's better at stopping the run than they are the pass. And I think that Kirk Cousins is going to be a top 10 quarterback again this week. I know I've had a lot of naysayers in my Cousins thing, but I'm like, dude, he's still a top 10 quarterback. I said it in the beginning, like in preseason, and y'all laughed at me. But now he's a top 10 quarterback. He's showing that every week, and I think he's going to do it again. And I think Osborne is going to benefit from that. So that's some deep dives there to choose from. I've got some other deeper dives, and I'm going to get to those later on too. So QB, Justin Fields. I know he struggled a little bit last week, but this week against the Browns, they're vulnerable in the pass. No more Hayden. All right, they're vulnerable in the pass. So I think Fields is going to run a bit. He's going to get some points there. Not quite like Hurts, but he's going to get some points with his legs. And then he wants to prove himself and keep that job. And if he's going to do that, he's got to perform well against the Browns, and it can be done. So Justin Fields, like in 2 quarterback leagues, fire him up. I know it's a risky play. It's a risky play, but I think it pays off this week. And so moving on to tight end. Here we go. Double X, Max Williams, right? Kyler Murray. He's been like the Oprah of quarterbacks. You get a touchdown, and you get a touchdown, and you get a touchdown. He's just passing them all out to everybody on his team. I think that Max Williams could get some play here, especially with Hopkins a little bit banged up. I know you're going to see a lot to Rondale Moore. I know you're going to see a lot to Christian Kirk. Green's going to get a little bit of his. But I think Williams gets somewhere in the round like 4 catch, 52 yards and a touchdown. That kind of range. So if you're in like a 2 tight end league or like a tight end premium league and you have 2 tight ends or like super flex or something like that, I'd say if you need another tight end, and again, another good DFS play, Max Williams. I like him this week. Another reason, actually, hold on, let me get the stat up there. Another reason I like Max Williams this week, actually, let's take a look here, is that, the Pussycats of Duval are they're bottom 10 against tight ends in fantasy. So Max Williams, love him. All right, and then so that's that for my deep dives of those positions. But let's get into the double deep danger dives. These are like less than 10% owned, but guys who could do something. All right, so here we go. 49ers, you're worried. You got Sermon in there. Sermon, fire him up. But you're a little worried about it. Or you don't have Sermon. You're like, what can I do? Hey, here we go. Jacques Patrick. Look him up. Jacques Patrick, 49ers. All right, they brought this kid up. He was the guy who was on the Bengals practice squad, and they called his ass up, and he's going to be the RB2. So if Sermon goes down, he's going to take over, and this kid can run, all right? So there's a real sneaky play right there for you. Jacques Patrick in deep, deep leagues, 16-team leagues, where you got a bunch of flex, and you need like a sneaky play in there, Jacques Patrick, there's your guy. Just because shenanigans and everyone else is injured. Those are reasons enough. When you get to a double deep danger dive, you don't need a shit ton of reasons. It's good to have some, but there you go. So another double deep danger dive this week, Quez Watkins, Philadelphia. He did a little damage last week, and I think Hurts is going to spread it around a little bit. And he's been he's had over the first 2 weeks, he had 5 targets, caught all 5 of them. The last game, he had that 91-yard touchdown catch. He's building trust with Hurts. And the Dallas D, as I call it, the fantasy fiesta, because they're all going to feast on the Dallas D. I think that Quez Watkins could actually have some sleeper value. I mean, he could actually do it this week. He could get like something like 4 catches, say 72 yards and a touchdown. It could happen. Even if it's 4 catches and 72 yards and that's it, that's 11 points in PPR. That's not bad for like a bottom, bottom of the barrel flex play. Keep an eye on him. And finally, my last double deep danger dive. This guy is owned in 0% of leagues. Probably not fully 0, but like 0.01 or some shit like that. There's like a few guys in Tampa that have this guy. All right? AB is down. He's out. You got Evans, who's going to be shadowed by Ramsey all day. You got Godwin, who's going to get his over the middle and down the slot. But you got another guy on the outside. That's Scotty Miller. Scotty Miller. This is here we go. Another big DFS play. I like him. I think he could do absolutely nothing and put up a 0, but he could also catch a few touches or catch a few passes and get a touchdown. It's very volatile, as Miller has been, but with no AB there, and with Evans shadowed by Ramsey. I know Gronk's going to get his. We know that. Godwin's going to get his. We know that. Third guy there, it's not going to be Evans this week. It's going to be Scotty Miller. That's what I'm saying. There you go. Those are my double deep danger dives of the week. So before we go, let me answer some, see if there's any more questions here real quick, and then I'll do my last thing, and then I'm out. Sanders or Swift? I said Swift. Yeah, there we go. Gronk or Kittle? Oh, man. That's a good problem to have, but I'm going to go Gronk. I love Kittle, but you can't sit Gronk till he goes cold. So there you go. Gronk on that one. And Ryan, good to see you, my friend. Good to see you, Ryan. Check out my Patreon. Legitimize my – no, I'm just kidding. Do what you do. all of you, you want one-on-one advice? I know I've gotten some of you like a little bit of a free preview here and there, but I gotta insist now. It's just $5 in a month, dude. That's like less than the price of a Frappuccino. Well, like one of the big ones, right? So, hey, I give you one-on-one advice. It's all good. You're gonna love it. So here we go. Keenan Allen or Robert Woods. Keenan Allen, 100% Keenan Allen. And that game against the Chiefs, Herbert's number one guy. I know that Mike Williams has one more catch right now, but it's just one more. I think Keenan Allen is still Herbert's guy. I think both Allen and Williams blow it up in this game. So I love Keenan Allen. Thanks for the question. All right. So that's it. Take your stinker power hour. Now this week, we've got something going on. I've got some new stuff going on. Monday, of course, is going to be, as usual, the waiver wire and the tirade, which blew the fuck up this week. It got over 600 views in the first 24 hours, which for my channel is something to behold. Thank you all for all your support. Most viewed video I've ever had, over 750 views. It's great. Thank you so much for all your help on that. So that's going on. And then Tuesdays now, I've got my show at 6:30 p.m. Pacific, 9:30 p.m. Eastern. All right. It's Mixed Notes. All right. It's a little alternative show. We go a little bit off the rails. All right. But if you like that kind of thing, you're going to love this show. So what else? Oh, yeah. So I'm going to be doing some articles now on Patreon. So sign up on Patreon and you'll get exclusive articles each week. And so to start off with, I'm doing the rankings for each position. So that's quarterback, running back, wide receiver, tight end, defense, kicker. I've got ratings. All right. Little arrows to show you who's up and who's down. Little blurbs in each one to show you, what I think personally about each guy that I put up a little bit or each guy that I put down a little bit. And that's how it goes. All right. I think that, I think it's going to be good. So for my Patreon members, you're going to luck out. You get rankings. And you've all been asking for it. Ask and you shall receive. That's how the TyRant works. Also on Facebook, I'm going to start up a new community called the Fantasy Kingdom. And I'm going to build this community, and we're going to be the greatest fantasy community the world has ever seen. We're starting from the bottom up. I'm going to be sending out some invites to all my super freaks and my fantasy football freaks out there. All of you, we're going to build this kingdom and make it the greatest fantasy football franchise of all time. It's happening. We're doing it together. Anyway, Wednesday is my wild card show. This week, a little sneak preview for y'all. This week, I'm bringing back F, Marry, Kill. It was probably my most popular show that I did. That wasn't my usual shows last season. I'm bringing it back again this season. F, Marry, Kill. Look for it on Wednesday. Thursday, no show. Thursday mornings. It's the Thursday B&B. That's right. I'm giving you a special benches and bumps for the Thursday games every morning, 6 a.m. Pacific. It's 9 a.m. Eastern. All right. That's how we're doing it. Now it's not going to be a live show, but I'm going to have it done and then have it premiere at 6 a.m. Pacific, 9 a.m. Eastern. So spend your mornings with me, right? I'm not going to roll out of bed for it. I'm going to get myself some breakfast. We're going to sit down. We're going to talk about what's going on for the Thursday games. Benches and bumps, all right? A little breakfast in bed. There you go. Thursday B&B. Come snuggle. Come snuggle with your old TyRant Thursday morning. We'll be in bed. We'll snuggle together. We'll share a little bacon. And we'll talk about who to sit and who to start, who to bench, who to bump for the Thursday game, all right? And then, of course, Friday's the big one, benches and bumps, all right? And then, of course, Saturdays, I don't have the show coming out, but I'm online on Facebook, answering questions on Twitter, on YouTube, everywhere, all right? I'm answering all your questions. Saturday, that's what I do. Have a little bit of time with the family, but I'll answer your questions, especially Saturday night. And then Sunday, of course, Take Power Hour. So thank you guys all for showing up. If you have any last second questions, let me know, but I don't see any, so I'm going to sign off here, all right? Thank you once again. If you're coming in late, start start it over and watch from the beginning because I got some good information here for you. Come in earlier next time, 8:30 a.m. Pacific, 11:30 a.m. Eastern, every Sunday. It's your Tinker Stinker Power Hour. All right? Now, if you're not already on the toilet, tinker around with your team, get your ass on the toilet right now. Take your morning dump, make your little decisions based on what you're learning here, and you're going to fucking kill it this week. All right? So, Monday, of course, tomorrow, top 10 waiver wires and the TyRant. I'll see you then. Good luck everybody with your matchups this week. All right? Kill it. And until then, till Monday, I'm out. Peace.